I'm joined now by Sonia Wang, Senior Advisor for the Climate Data Collaborative at the Data Foundation, where she helps lead the Greenhouse Gas Coalition. The Greenhouse Gas Coalition brings together partners across government, science, and industry to improve access to high-quality greenhouse gas data and strengthen how the data is used to inform climate action. Thank you so much for sitting down with us today. I really appreciate it. I know we're going to be talking about the Greenhouse Gas Coalition,
Yep.
which you just let me know, also known as the GHG Coalition.
Yes.
All right. Well, can you tell me a little bit about this? Like, how did it come about? What sparked the idea?
In the previous administration, we had been designing a national greenhouse gas information system to really drive data-driven mitigation and really convene and connect the measurement and monitoring experts in the U.S. workforce from both public and private sources to achieve a common goal. And one of the issues is in the non-federal space, we haven't had this coordinating body to get people aligned, to really leverage individual organizations' superpowers so that we can all kind of move forward together toward a shared goal. And this is really kind of unlocking the potential of science to drive our mitigation efforts. And so this is really the longstanding need to coordinate the non-federal actors so that we are really moving in a whole of society approach.
And as you've moved forward with this initiative, what have you found progress? What were your aha moments? What have you guys learned along the way?
Scientists often kind of end their talks with more research is needed. And that's not really what decision makers or policymakers want. And so a lot of it is about the culture change and finding those pockets of the scientific community that can really help drive action, get data that's actionable into the hands of different types of stakeholders so that we ensure that our policies, our financial investments are driven by the best available evidence and information. And that in our field really is the best available science.
As you say, you're getting out of the policy stage, so you don't want to reach across the aisles, but how are you reaching across the different disciplines and globally around the world?
Yes, so really tackling measurement, monitoring, reporting, and verification, what we say is the MMRV pipeline. This is a global community that have really pushed forward the science. And so while we're focusing on the US in our initial kind of phase one approach, a lot of our coalition members, we have 70 plus members spanning 35 different organizations doing things from, academic research to private sector companies. And it really is about figuring out who's good at what questions we need to answer, what's the US role in it, and then there's also international actors thinking about very similar questions. So we don't want to go off and do our own complete different thing.
Yeah.
And we have that connectivity within our membership to be able to ensure international interoperability as well.
What is your guys' goal as you look forward into the future? Where is your hope of taking this?
We know the kind of main buckets of things we want to tackle, but strategically and tactically how we get there is what we're sorting through. But it's a mix of right now rapid response with the current situation happening in the US, but also thinking, the thought leadership, designing for the future. What really does a next generation greenhouse gas information system look like? How does that system actually answer questions that decision makers want? How are we repackaging that science in ways that are more actionable so we're actually driving different decisions? And so I think that's the line of I'm constantly pulling with our community. Yeah, exactly. So why? What is this for? What are we achieving with this, new science, and what can we do with what we already have?
Well, if people want to learn more or to get involved, where can they go? Who can they talk to?
We have a website, thegreenhousegascoalition.org. You can always reach out to me and I can let you know kind of how we fit in. We have an interest form as well as we kind of develop out different initiatives or different processes. For us, this is how we drive credibility. Yeah. It's this collection of expertise from decades, right? From former federal officials that know how the federal government works to academic researchers that have been doing their whole academic career on these subjects. This is how we drive authoritative, credible information and make sure that the community is really pushing this idea forward.
I love this. Thank you for sitting down with us today. And one more time, what's the URL where people can go to learn more?
ghgcoalition.org.
All right. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate your time here today. Enjoy the rest of New Orleans here at AGU 25.
Yes, thank you, Sarah.